And good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports. We're live tonight from Camp Point Central High School, where the 25-4 Central Panthers and the 19-14 Bushnell Prairie City Spartans are going head-to-head in this Class 1A Regional Championship matchup. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Somebody headed home tonight with a regional plaque. Camp Point Central, the favorite. Bushnell Prairie City trying to keep the upset theme alive that we've seen this week throughout 1A boys basketball. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show next on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Rough day at work? We all have them from time to time. But the last thing you want to worry about is coming home to your internet being out. Or even worse, waiting all day to watch the big game only to find out it's blacked out. With Cascom, those worries are a thing of the past. Our local technicians are here to service any issues and ensure you have a worry-free experience, whether it be internet, TV, or even home phone. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799 to schedule or upgrade your internet and TV service.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. The road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Barrie, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve all of your banking needs. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Camp Point Central and Bushnell Prairie City in high school boys basketball regional championship action for you tonight from Camp Point Central High School. John and Jack Hull are alongside. I'm Charlie Hull, and we thank you for joining us this evening. We thank all of our sponsors for helping to make this and every contest possible to bring your way here on Central Illinois Sports. Brian Shoemaker and Damon Emmerich are at Payson Seymour tonight, as the two teams that pulled the upsets on Wednesday are going head-to-head for a regional championship there, as Payson Seymour and Triopia go head-to-head in another Class 1A boys basketball regional. This Bushnell Prairie City squad is 19-14 on the season, and it's been a while since Bushnell has been able to take a plaque home from a regional. In fact, it was 1991 the last time the Spartans won a regional, so most of these guys weren't even thought of, and quite honestly, you could be seeing some of the parents of some of these players might have still been in school at that point or just out of high school at that point in time. So it's been a while. So this Spartan Nation is excited and are ready to see their team give it their best tonight. They've got a tough task in a Camp Point Central squad who's looking to win their 12th straight game. With a win here tonight. For Bushnell Prairie City, well, the season started off not so hot. They beat West Prairie handily, but then lost 3 games in a row. Well, I mean, if you look at it, not too bad in retrospect, as They lost to West Hancock 54-46, Macomb 69-35, and Illini West 50-44. A big win on the schedule for the Spartans was a 56-45 win over Illini Bluffs. They defeated Monmouth United in overtime back on November 29th, defeated Rushville handily, beat Galva by 30+, defeated Beardstown 62-26 back on the 9th of December. They got a win over Rova Woodhull 74-65 in overtime on the 10th of December, and a win over Biggsville 63-50 the same day. December 12th was a win against Monmouth United again, 57-28 this time around, and then another big win against West Prairie. Still in the month of December, they beat Midwest Central 63-45, lost to a good Knoxville squad 58-43, lost to Minden 63-40, defeated Western in overtime 72-68, beat Rushville 54-41, defeated Astoria VIT of South Fulton 62-44, back-to-back losses to Farmington 60-41 and Abington Avon 58-41, defeated West Prairie for the third time of the season, but this time just by 9 points as the West Prairie squad really came out with a spirited effort. Back-to-back losses to Havana by a single point and Macomb by 30. Defeated Brimfield by 3. Lost to Lewistown 62-49. Lost to Peoria Heights 68-59 and lost to Elmwood 60-40. A 49-47 win over the Southeastern Suns back on February 9th. Before back-to-back losses to Illini West 66-39 and a loss to CSRV 63-57, which I believe is what was going around earlier in the flu season. They beat Greenview 67-27, and then a win against Southeastern the other night 43-31 has set the Spartans up here in the regional championship. Of course, for Camp Point Central, the delayed start due to football, they lost to a good Brown County squad 54-44 in their opening game of the season, then reeled off a good winning streak with wins over Biggsville West Central, Liberty, also Beardstown, Western, and a big win over Quincy Notre Dame, 52-33, and beat a good Madison squad, 57-46. A loss just before the Christmas holiday, 50-43 to Lexington. Back-to-back wins at the tournament at Macomb against Lewistown and West Hancock before losing on a last-second shot to Illini Bluffs, 51-50. Came back and posted a good 5-game winning streak with back-to-back wins over Southeastern at Macomb and then a regular season game. They defeated West Hancock 46-34, beat Western and beat Brown County by 9. Lost in the contest at the Winchester tournament to Rout 47-42. And since that time, the Panthers have not lost a contest. Wins over Griggsville Perry, Payson Seymour, Minden Unity, a 19-point win against Pittsfield, a 13-point win against West Hancock, a big win over Rushville, a 63-29 drubbing of Griggsville Perry, a 32-point win over Illini West, a 7-point win over Macomb, a 2-point win over West Central on a last-second shot, and then defeated Minden Unity 57-43 to arrive in this regional championship game. For this Camp Point Central squad, they're going for their 5th ever regional championship in school history. The last coming in 2019, and Coach James Barnett was the head coach of the Panthers at that point and time. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, around 8 minutes, 40 seconds away from the Star-Spangled Banner. The starting lineups of the play-by-play of this contest between the Central Panthers and the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on Central Illinois Sports.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving in a car, we literally get excited when we see a Dot truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at Dot. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things, if you want them, you should be at Dot.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state-of-the-art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Welcome back to Camp Point Central High School and the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Both teams out on the court warming up, and what's going to be a good crowd on hand for this regional title. And one of the really nicest facilities in the area here at Camp Point Central. They really did it right when they built the new gym here, and you can fit a lot of folks in here, and there will be a lot of folks packed in tonight to watch the Spartans and the Panthers as they go head-to-head. Jack, for this Camp Point Central squad, you know, this group of kids is used to having a lot of success in just about anything they do, so you wouldn't think the moment would be too big for them. For Bushnell Prairie City, as we talked about, it's been a while for the Spartans. It's 1991 since they've taken a regional championship plaque home. I don't know if that has a lot of bearing on this team, you know, if they're really feeling the weight of that, but it would be a huge win for all of this huge fan base that's here tonight for BPC if the Spartans are able to pull this upset.
Well, I was listening to you go through the wins for their early season, and I heard that Illini Bluffs won and went, really? Because Illini Bluffs has got that 6'9" kid that's, if he's not an all-stater, I don't know who he is, and a lot of other really talented kids, and I'm going, how did Bushnell pull that off? And that's the kind of effort they'll need tonight against a team who lost to Illini Bluffs in the semifinals of the Macomb Holiday Tournament.
Yeah, the Panthers lost out on a last-second shot, and they'd like to get another shot at Illini Bluffs, but that's still a ways down the road. And if you're Camp Point Central, you know, a team that's really been built on their speed, being able to stay in front of people, staying out of foul trouble, they're not deep. And so that's going to have to try to carry them as they have throughout this 11-game winning streak. Staying out of foul trouble is very key because they're not afraid to go to the guys on the bench, but there's not a lot of guys on the bench each and every night.
No, I think most of the guys that are on the bench can fill a role with a few exceptions. But like you said, they're not real deep there, and James Barnett did not choose to add anybody else to the roster, do any of those type of things. Bushnell's got 15 kids on their squad here, and so I think they've dressed most of their program. And they've got some guys that like to shoot the very deep three. They didn't have much success with it the other night, but they'll need to do stuff like that to be able to have a chance tonight.
We've gotten to see Camp Point Central quite a bit this season. I've not had the opportunity to see Bushnell Prairie City quite as much, but I think these coaches are very similar styles. You didn't see much yelling on the sideline. You didn't see anybody being overly demonstrative. It seems like, you know, when the kids maybe had a question about a call, I saw Tyler Snyder just go, keep playing. You know, and that's the type of coaches you like having lead your teams.
It is, and, you know, we saw Braden Barker come into the game and really kind of establish his size, and he was a difference maker against Southeastern. But Southeastern didn't have a lot of people that can score. The Panthers have got 6 guys that can score in double figures on any night, maybe 7.
I will say I was impressed by a couple of guys. Yeah, you talked about Barker. I thought Dalton Huffman really gave them good minutes, and Caden Palm is a kid that looks like he's got a lot of upside, the 6'4" junior that could really do a lot of different things for them. They might be a little deeper than Central overall.
And it's interesting because all 3 of those guys you're talking about are not in the starting lineup.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're benched. Now, I think their starters, I think we'll see a little better shooting out of a Dalton Yoakum than what we saw the other night. I think he had a kind of an uncharacteristically poor shooting night. Jalen Conley is a young man that can make a lot of things happen, and I like what Ezra Mason brings to this squad from a ball handling and just a tenacity standpoint. This is a BPC squad. They didn't get 19 wins by accident, and they are coming in tonight planning on trying to take the regional plaque home with them at the end of the evening. The Great Rivers Bank pregame show as we tick nearer to the tip-off of this regional championship game from Camp Point Central on Central Illinois Sports. We pause for a break here. Back with more after this.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Shooting is one of our favorite pastimes.
When it comes to guns and ammo, think Game Masters. They have new guns, used guns, gun safes, and gun accessories. And be sure to head over to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out our great selection.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more. At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Well, the Camp Point Central High School Band is going to be playing the national anthem here in the gymnasium under the direction of Wes Crooks, the drum major here. As they have that, we'll have the national anthem from the United States Army Band and Choir. When we come back, we'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports.
Yeah, I'm at Farm and Home for essentials.
Did you find everything you need?
No, apparently not. Thank you.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
No other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
It's time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. Starting lineups are brought to you by Farm and Home Supply, as they've been our starting lineup sponsor for a while here on Central Illinois Sports. From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, no other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Let's meet the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans, 19-14. Tyler Snyder, their head coach. They'll start at a guard, a 6'4 senior, Dalton Yoakum. At a second guard, he's a 5'10 senior, Ezra Mason. Jalen Conley starts at the third guard, the 5'10 senior. Carter Alleman, the strong 6'1 senior forward, and Dalton Strode, the 6' senior guard, rounds out the starting five for the Spartans. For the Camp Point Central Panthers, as James Barnett's squad enters with a record of 25-4, Nick Moore starts at the guard, the 6' junior. Briar Wiskirchen at the second guard, the 5'11 senior. Andrew Paben, the 5'8 junior, starts at the third guard spot. For the Panthers, they'll have Isaac Ginnebacher at a forward, a 6'2 senior. And Carter Eiler, the 6'5 senior, starts underneath at a forward spot for Camp Point Central. Just about ready to tip it off here at Central High School in front of a big crowd on hand for tonight's contest. Glad you've chosen to spend some of your Friday evening with us on Central Illinois Sports. The visiting team, Bushnell Prairie City, in the road blue uniforms, the white numbers and red trim, as the Panthers are in the home whites with the black numbers and old gold trim tonight.
Last time I saw a big crowd here, Macomb and Pittsfield played in a regional here.
Well, I've seen some pretty good crowds
really
since that
big
point.
crowd.
I don't know. West Hancock Camp Point Central crowd was big. The tip is up, and it is controlled by the Spartans as they'll start with the ball in their possession to kick off the evening. Conley has it on the right side, drives in, ball popped away by Pabin and out of bounds. It'll stay with BPC on the sideline. Looks like Pabin's going to draw the assignment of Conley. Conley, a strong young man. Pabin very, very quick. Should be a fun matchup to watch throughout the night. Inbounds pass comes to Strode, works it to Yoakum over on the left side. Inside to Conley, turnaround from 6 is good, and BPC strikes first on a little jump shot from Jalen Conley. Into the front court come the Panthers against the defense of Bushnell Prairie City. That appears to be a 1-2-2 zone to start the night. Wiskirchen with it left side. He'll dribble the ball on the wing. Now work it on the baseline. That's to Eiler. Eiler to Ginnenbacher. Skips it across to Moore. Extra pass goes to Pabin deep in the corner. 7:17 to play in the first. No score for Central yet. BPC got a bucket on their first attempt of the night. Pabin with it in the corner, trying to figure out this zone are the Panthers. To Ginnenbacher. He'll kick it right side. Wiskirchen 3. It's up and good. Wiskirchen from downtown, and he gives us our first lead change of the contest as Central takes a 3-2 advantage on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Conley works it to Strode into the front court. See the pick set down low. Strode with it out top. Long bounce pass to Alleman on the right side. Top of the key now gets the ball off to Mason. Strode back on the wing. 6:39 to play here in the opening quarter. BPC on the attack. A heavy underdog in this one, but these kids are competitors. Here's the ball now tipped stolen away by Eiler. First turnover either way. Into the front court come the Panthers. Moore going to attack down low. Trying to pass at the last moment and lost it out of bounds. And a turnover goes the other direction now as the two teams each with their first miscue of the night.
Driving that deep on a zone's pretty tough to do anyway, and he just lost the ball before he could even get up.
6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first. Conley spins, has the ball poked away and stolen away by Ginnenbacher. He's 1-on-2 into the front court, off the window and in for 2. Isaac Ginnenbacher with the larceny and the layup, and a 5-0 burst for Central has given them this 3-point lead 2 minutes into the first period. Strode with it near the sideline, works it out top to Conley. Conley fakes, now puts it on the deck against Pavement, kind of bounces off of him. Free throw line, pull-up shot, bottom of the net again for Conley. He's got 4 for the Spartans and cuts it down to a 1-point game. Pavement with the basketball top of the key. Works it to Wiskirchen, trying his second 3 of the night, too long. And the rebound secured by Yoakum. He'll work the ball to Conley, who brings it across for the Spartans. Loses his footing, and they're going to call that an offensive foul is going to be the call here against Conley. And we'll have to take a look on the Northwestern Mutual replay to see what happened there.
Kind of threw that arm out, I think you'll see.
Yep, and he slipped at the same time, so it definitely was an awkward-looking play. Glad he's all right, but his first, team first. Central with the basketball and a 1-point lead. 5:18 to play in the first period. Here's Pavement. He's left alone for a 3. It's too long. Rebound down to Eiler. He'll go back up with it. Little floater up too strong. Rebound again, tipped around, and is out of bounds. Last touch by Nick Moore. Ball out of bounds on the sideline here for the Spartans, trying to retake the advantage on this attack. 5 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the first period.
If you're the Panthers, you got to take this serious because you never know in a regional championship.
Here's Ezra Mason, runner up too hard off the glass, rebound down to Ginnenbacher. He's behind the back with it on the drive, kicks it left side more. Baseline move into Ginnenbacher, trying to go down with it, gets it off to Eiler, blocked out of bounds by Yoakum. As he says, we're not going to have those little easy passes down here underneath, not while I'm around. And a good defensive effort, as you'll see, by Yoakum as he gets the big block on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. Camp Point Central with the ball. Back to live action. 4:37 to play in the first.
Leaving Wiskirchen open, and he can hit that 3.
He's 1 of 2 tonight. Panthers are 1 of 3 collectively. Here's a 3 now by Moore. It's no good. Rebound down to Ginnenbacher. Off to Wiskirchen. Out top, Haven with a tray. It's partially blocked. Rebound, Moore runs it down again. He'll try the dribble drive in, gets it to Eiler. Eiler, an awkward shot, no good. And on the rebound, a foul going to be whistled against Camp Point Central.
Foul's going to go against Ginnenbacher, his first, team first.
And it'll be ball out of bounds for the Spartans. Down 5-4, but with the ball back in their possession. Alleman helps bring it across the half-court line, hands it there to Conley. Works it to Yoakum. Yoakum, a big, tall young man, about 6'4", working against Ginnenbacher, who picked up that first foul a moment ago. Has picked up the dribble. Hands it off to Conley. Ooh, they bounce off one another. Now Conley leaves it top of the key to Alleman. It would be big for BPC if they could get Ginnenbacher to pick up an early second foul. 3:45 to play here in the first. Conley, pass left side, finds Mason. Pestered there by Pavin. Out to Yoakum, right side Strode for the three and the lead. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound secured by Eiler, his second. He'll work it into the front court. Wiskirchen, dribble drive in. Pass underneath, stolen away by Strode. Turnover number 2 by Camp Point Central. Strode brings it across. His pass now tipped. Run down by Conley. He'll drive inside off the window and in for 2. Jalen Conley's got all 6 for BPC. And the Spartans take a 6-5 lead on the second lead change of the night. The Panthers have been a little discombobulated with this zone defense here for BPC. Now here's Moore on a little teardrop runner, no good. Rebound pulled in by Yoakum. His third. Gets it to Conley. Conley wants to push the issue. Leaves it to Strode right side. To Alleman in the paint. Goes to work against Eiler. Shot fake. Doesn't get him off of his feet. Shot no good. Rebound down to Moore for Camp Point Central. 2:44 to play in the period. Right side baseline jump shot. Quick shot up and in for Ginnenbacher. He's got the bucket and gives the Panthers the 7-6 lead.
4 for Ginnenbacher with 3 boards in the early going.
Back and forth in the early going for this regional championship in front of a big, big crowd at Central High School. Yoakum, deep in the corner right side, finds Mason. Has picked up the bounce. Alleman gets it at the high post. He'll kick it out to Strode. Strode, an NBA range 3. It's off the mark. It goes out of bounds over the top of the backboard, and it will be Central ball length of the court to go. And our first substitutions of the contest by both squads. As we'll see into the contest, Dalton Huffman for the first time. And on the other side, Gavin Blewett comes into the contest for Camp Point Central. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the first. Left side, Wiskirchen winds up, fires the 3, no good. Panthers are not hot from outside, and now a foul by Blewett as he's into the contest and picks up a foul on the first possession that he plays on the night.
Pretty touchy foul for a regional championship game, but Blewett picks it up. That's the second on the Panthers in the evening.
Yoakum sits down as we see Caden Palm into the game for the first time for the Spartans, who are looking to retake the lead with just under 2 minutes to play in the first. Alleman brings it across, guarded in the man-to-man by Blewett. Ball goes out top to Palm. Palm is a junior. He's got Pavin on him. Now kicks right side. Ezra Mason puts it on the dribble, and a 5-second call. No, a timeout going to be called here by the Spartans. We will pause as well. The first timeout of the contest. 1:38 to play in the first. It's a 7-6 lead for BPC.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
1 minute, 38 seconds to play in the first. It's a Central lead, 7-6 on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. BPC has the ball out of a timeout by their head coach, Tyler Snyder. Conley with it against Ginnenbacher. Fakes, has it at the high post, leaves it off Ezra Mason. To Conley, way out top, 1:25 to play in the period. He'll drive in, a little high glass shot is blocked out of bounds by Blewett and Ginnenbacher. Neither one of them wants to pick up that second foul here in the first, though. Conley was very aggressive, and I like this game plan for BPC right now.
Driving in, trying to cause some fouls.
Inbounds pass, not in time. A 5-second call as the Panthers force the 4th turnover of the contest. And quickly off the bench, here comes Braden Barker, the 6'2 senior for BPC. He'll replace Alleman.
Now you'll see if the Panthers can get down low and have a fake and see if they can get Barker off his feet. Panthers need to kind of pump it up a little bit, get a little energy.
Well, then you've got big Caden Palm right in the middle. It's a 1-3-1 now for BPC. They've shown a couple of different looks from the zone. Palm makes it difficult to throw much diagonally or enter the ball to the high post. He's very long. Pavin out near the half-court line finds Wiskirchen with a minute to play in the first. A 7-6 Central lead. Here's Moore to Pavin. Works the bounce pass off to Wiskirchen. He'll put it on the deck. Now try a bullet pass inside. Tried to force it, and a turnover on Central is their third. Into the front court with it on a layup is Ezra Mason. His shot no good, but he's fouled, and he'll head to the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
Wiskirchen will pick up the foul. That will be his first of the ball game. 13 foul, 45.9 seconds left first quarter. And to the free throw line goes Ezra Mason with the chance to give us our first tie and another lead change. The lefty puts the first one up, and it's no good.
Illini Express here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. You'll find Illini Express on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Elijah Ginnenbacher in for Wiskirchen. Second one up, and we're tied. It's good.
7-all with 45 seconds to play in the first. The end of the front court, Pavin brings it for the Panthers. Works it right side, Moore to Pavin. As Camp Point Central trying to find something here in the last 30 seconds of this first quarter to get a little spark. Pavin with it, dribbling out front. They've not really attacked very many seams in this zone, making two guys guard.
No, Moore tried it a little bit and lost the ball, but that one or two dribbles out front when you're passing the ball around can slow down trying to beat that zone too.
Central is being patient with it. They'll pull the ball out with 10 seconds to play. Now they set the play in motion. Pavin with it on the top of the key, Ginnenbacher to Elijah Ginnenbacher. Right side, Moore, three ball up and good as he'll beat the first quarter buzzer and give Camp Point Central a 10-7 lead. A dandy contest, though, here at Camp Point Central High School, as after a period, it's the Central Panthers 10, Bushnell Prairie City 7 as you watch high school regional championship action on Central Illinois Sports.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. 10-7 after one quarter. Panthers with the lead over Bushnell. Bushnell 3 of 9 from the field, 0 for 2 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Panthers 4 of 11 and 2 for 6 from the 3.
Here's a three by Moore to start the second period. It goes banging, and the rebound down to Huffman for Bushnell Prairie City. Panthers got the ball to start the second period. As Moore made a three with about 2 seconds left in the first to give them this 10-7 lead. And here's a ball now poked away, but they're going to call a reach-in foul on Gavin Blewett. He'll pick up his early second.
His second, team fourth. That's a big one. Elijah Ginnenbacher already on the court. Wiskirchen down right now. Will they lead Blewett in? I would say right now, I guess so.
Trusting Blewett not to pick up that third here in the first half. 7:30 to play in the period. 10-7 Panthers. Ball in the paint goes to Huffman. He's got to get out of the lane. He doesn't have a foot in there. That's why it's not 3 seconds, even though some folks were calling for it. Palm now has picked it up. Gets it to Mason. Mason on the dribble drive toward the baseline. Good movement here by PPC. Strode now loses his footing. Somehow maintained the dribble, and the ball is stripped and loose. Mason comes out of there with it. He'll drive in, put up a shot with contact, no good. And Elijah Ginnenbacher secures the board for Central. Into the front court come the Panthers. A little roar out of the Central crowd as they applaud the defensive effort by the young sophomore Elijah Ginnenbacher.
He ripped that ball away for his first board of the night.
6 minutes, 44 seconds to play in the half. It is a 10-7 CPC lead. Here's Blewett. Skips it across to Pavin. See, if you're Central, you don't mind the threes. They've gotten some good looks from threes, but very rarely have they tried to attack those seams from the wing, made two different guys come and guard him. That's always going to leave somebody open. Here's a drive now by Blewett. He hangs in the air, shot no good. But is bumped and fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line, shooting 2.
He'll go to the free throw line to shoot the first one, and that one was on Palm, I do believe, his first, team's second. 6:21 left in the quarter. Gavin Blewett will shoot the free throws, looking for his first points. He's been in double figures quite often in the second half of this season. 10-7 Panthers, 6:21 left in the quarter, and Blewett misses the first.
Bowlers Universe open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. every Monday through Thursday. Fridays until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight. You'll find Bowlers Universe on the west side of Pittsfield. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe.
James Barnett's got both of his guards over there talking to them. Blewett makes the second, and the Panthers with their biggest lead of the night by 4.
A 4-point lead on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. 6:17 to play in the half. Out top with it is Caden Palm. Palm, Conley, Yoakum, Barker and Huffman are the 5 right now for the blue-clad Spartans. Here's Conley, and he's having a nice night. He's got 8 of his team's 9, and it makes it an 11-9 ball game. Conley's done a nice job. That mid-range game really has been his go-to so far here tonight. Out front with it is Drew Pavin. He'll work it to Wiskirchen. PPC's got a good game plan here. They're taking away what the strengths of the Panthers are, their speed. Here's the 3 now by Pavin, no good. Rebound ripped down. Isaac Ginnenbacher, he'll put it back up and in for 2 on a big boy rebound and a putback for the senior.
6 for him with 4 boards.
Into the front court. Palm, check that's Yoakum. Now to Conley. Conley, step, back, 3, no good. Rebound on the offensive side, though, to Huffman. He pivots a couple of times. Ball down low, a wide open Barker, and he'll put it up and in for a basket. And a timeout taken here by the Central Panthers. We will pause as well. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the half. It's Camp Point Central 13, BPC 11. .10 to play in the half, a 13-11 advantage for Camp Point Central, but James Barnett calls the timeout as he's trying to get his team to play with a little more fluidity.
He weren't happy.
No.
That's what he needs to be right there.
Here's Pavin, right side Moore for a 3 from the corner. It's way off the mark. Ginnenbacher the rebound, and they'll say he pushed off to get that board.
Whew.
And he'll be called for his second of the contest.
His second, team 5th. Once again, the young man officiating here from the Macomb area, calling it a little tight tonight.
So see on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. The foul on Ginnenbacher called there. Chance for BPC to tie or take the lead. Here's Yoakum with the basketball. Hands it out to Conley. Conley on the dribble. Drives in. Little jump shot up and good. Jalen Conley with another 2, and we're tied up at 13 points apiece. Conley in double figures with 11 already.
10.
Double figures with 10 already. Just seeing if you were paying attention.
Ezra Mason's got a free throw.
Left side with it is Wiskirchen. Gets it to Moore. Moore will drive in. A little floater up. It's good. And makes it a 15-13 advantage for Camp Point Central as they retake the lead. It's been close throughout. Here's Conley, a tough fadeaway, no good. Rebound down to Blewett. He'll push the pace into the front court. Finds Wiskirchen left side. Slows things down as he didn't have numbers. Thought about the 3. Instead to Pavin. Pavin to Moore on the right wing. He'll try that pass out top. Wiskirchen, good look 3 ball. It's off the mark. Camp Point Central, 2 made 3s on the night so far?
2 of 10.
That's 20% by my math, and with 3:45 to play in the half, again a chance for BPC to tie or take the lead.
And Moore's missed a couple of them pretty bad. He doesn't usually do that.
Palm with it on the right wing. He'll get it free throw line. That's to Alleman.
Isaac Ginnenbacher playing with 2 fouls. Wouldn't you go after him?
Here's a 3 now by Yoakum, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Isaac Ginnenbacher. Ginnenbacher on the right side, Pabin in the corner, Moore. Pabin to the top of the key. Now deep in the corner it goes to Nick Moore. He'll drive in, kick back out Wiskirchen. They get the ball inside, over to Moore, now Wiskirchen. 3:09 to play in the half. Pabin looking for a seam here to be able to attack. Wiskirchen on the left side. Makes the pass, thought about the tray. Now it goes to Moore. His little teardrop runner-up again is good. Moore with back-to-back baskets from the baseline on opposite sides and gives Central a 4-point advantage, 17-13 with 2 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the half. Conley into the front court, a wild jump shot, no good. Rebound down to Ginnenbacher. Ginnenbacher finds Wiskirchen on the run-out. His runner-up is good, but they're going to call this an offensive foul. Wow. We'll take a look at that in a moment on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay as Wiskirchen called for the offensive foul. And, hey, give credit to Alleman for hustling back. He got both feet set. And I'm not sure Wiskirchen could knock down Alleman, but he did that time, and Alleman drew the charge.
Ezra Mason cleared some space within a forearm that time.
Out top with it is Conley for the Spartans. Trying to run a little more of a fluid set. Here's a ball out of bounds. It's going to be off of Mason and out of bounds as a hand got poked in there. It went off of his knee, and a turnover on the Spartans is their 5th.
That's what Pabin can do to you. He'll get his hand in there and cause some problems. Now he needs to probably establish a little bit of driving, see if he can get some of those guys underneath to make some shots.
2:13 to play in the half. Central shooting for their biggest lead of the contest. There's Wiskirchen, has already used the bounce, finds Moore. Left side 3, good. Moore is heating up.
10.
And he's got half of his team's points and a 7-point lead for the Panthers on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Here's a drive in. Good take to the rim by Yoakum, can't finish, and the rebound pulled down by Blewett, his 3rd. He'll bring the ball on the dribble into the front court and double dribbles right at half court.
Turnover number 5 on the Panthers.
Kind of got caught in that in-between on whether or not he wanted to pass to the right or the left and carry the ball on the hip.
20-13, Panthers with the lead, 1:44 left in the half on the Truck scoreboard. Bushnell with Conley, who's had a night 10 already, trying to make something happen again.
But it's been a while since the Spartans have seen a ball go through the basket. They find themselves down by 7 here. Free throw line with it is Alleman, gets it to Ezra Mason off of the screen, and that's going to be called an illegal screen by Alleman, and this will be a turnover on the Spartans as they'll say he stuck the hip out and made contact with the man.
So who was the foul on?
Alleman.
Thank you.
See, and Pabin kind of hit hips that time.
Turnover number 6 on them, first foul on Alleman.
1:20 to play in the period. Panthers a 7-point lead. Looking for a good possession here.
No reason to be in a hurry, is there?
No. To Blewett on a little jump shot. It's off the mark. Quick shot. The rebound pulled down by Conley. Conley will push into the front court for the Spartans. Spins back to the middle, and they'll say he double dribbles.
Turnover number 7. A lot of new Spartan fans here that apparently are giving some praises.
1 minute to play in the half. It's been a good contest. Central trying to finish the first half strong. BPC looking for a big stop right here. I would not be surprised at all if the Panthers wouldn't hold for one last shot. I don't think Bushnell Prairie City is going to come out of that zone much to guard it high. Now the Panthers do set something in motion with 40 seconds to play in the half. They'll get it to Moore on the right side for a 3. It's off the mark, but the rebound run down by Eiler. Back to Nick Moore. Wiskirchen now. 32 ticks to play in the half, and now I really think the hold for a last shot. I thought it about 30 seconds ago and was wrong. Pabin near the half-court line just dribbles it nonchalantly as Strode is the nearest man to him, and he's at the top of the key. Now Moore with 13 seconds to play in the half. Sideline right side, Pabin. He'll put it on the deck with 7. Works it to Eiler. Over to Wiskirchen with 5. Wiskirchen on the bounce with 3. Wiskirchen, top of the key 3 is good as he beats the buzzer and gives the Central Panthers a 10-point lead as we head to halftime. And the Little Jess Motors halftime show, it's the Central Panthers 23 Bushnell Prairie City 13. It's regional championship action for you tonight on Central Illinois Sports.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Farmers, are you looking for high-yield genetics to help the bottom line on your farm? Contact Lipcomb Seed Sales for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. We have the luxury right now to be offering the highest-yielding soybean lineup Pioneer has offered in 30 years. Couple that with a service that is second to none, and you have a winning combination for your farm. For corn, check out the results of the National Corn Growers Yield Contact and see who's at the top. Maybe today is a good day to revisit Pioneer corn hybrids as well. Contact Aaron, Evan, and Brett today for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. Go Eagles!
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barrie, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's a 23-13 lead for Camp Point Central over Bushnell Prairie City here at the halftime break. Halftime stats are brought to you tonight by the Ty Rylander Memorial Run. Saturday, March 18th is the annual Ty Rylander Memorial Run. The Remembering Ty Rylander Facebook page has all the sign-up details. Get signed up now to make sure you get your commemorative shirt for this year's Ty Rylander Memorial Run on Saturday, March 18th.
Well, it is a 23-13 halftime lead, the biggest lead of the ball game right now. It was 10-7 Panthers after one. We had 3 lead changes, tied at 7, tied at 10. So since then, a 13-3 run for the Panthers to give them this 10-point lead. Panthers have turned the ball over 5 times, Bushnell 7 times. Camp Point Central, Briar Wiskirchen with 2 fouls, Gavin Blewett with 2 fouls, Isaac Ginnebacher with 2 fouls. On the other side, 1 foul apiece for Caden Palm, Carter Alleman, Jalen Conley, and Ezra Mason. 2 of those offensive fouls in the first half. Panthers lead at 23-13 at halftime.
We head to a break on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Jack's back with the rest of your halftime stats next.
When you think of fall, what comes to mind besides pumpkins, honey, and football? How about fertilizer? Studies show more than 1/3 of your crop's yield is determined by fertilizer alone. Studies also show as much as 40% potassium and 30% phosphate gets tied up in stalks and residue, as well as high clay content. Nutrient Ag Solutions recommends Titan, which is an innovative fertilizer catalyst designed for use with dry fertilizer blends. Titan will keep nutrients from being tied up and increase fertilizer availability in your crop. Titan is a low-cost option to improve crop fertility. Contact your nutrient crop consultant today.
This is Charlie Hull, and I'm asking for your vote for the Pikeland School Board. As a lifelong resident of Pike County, I know of the many great things the Pikeland School District has been able to accomplish and the great success of so many of our students. I want to help make our district a place where kids are excited to learn, teachers are excited to teach, and a place our great community members feel welcomed and proud to be a part of. I would appreciate your vote for Pikeland School Board on April 4th.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer. We love beer.
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. The staff is committed to making the car buying process simple, making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. The Griffin family asked you to go to littlejessmotor.com or stop by 3431 Main Street, Quincy. Our Trucks LLC score 23-13 at halftime. The Panthers with the lead over Bushnell Prairie City. Panthers are 9 of 22, 40.9%. 4 of 13 from the arc, 30.8%, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Spartans are 6 of 17, 35.2%, 0 of 4 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Spartans led by Jalen Connolly with 10 of their 13 points, a single bucket from Braden Barker off the bench, and a free throw from Ezra Mason. On the other side, Nick Moore heated up in the second quarter with 10 points there. 6 points from Briar Wiskirchen and Isaac Ginnebacher. Ginnebacher adds 6 boards to that, and also a single point from Gavin Blewett in the first half. Panthers lead it 23-13 at halftime, looking for a regional championship. More comes your way on Central Illinois Sports and the Little Jess Motors halftime show after these.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
All right, we're ready to start the second half here at Camp Point Central. It should be Bushnell Prairie City basketball to start the second half. Our game tonight brought to you in part by Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank. Here to help you with your next auto, residential, and commercial loan. Call Damon, 217-285-4404. That's Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank. Well, the Central Panthers kind of pulled it out. A little wider margin here at the halftime break. BPC trying to make some adjustments to get back within shouting distance here and give themselves a shot at the end of the contest.
Bushnell just needs to get some more people in the scoring column to help that.
Now they're going to double that. Conley get the ball out of his hands as you see the first adjustment made in the second half. They leave Alleman alone at the free throw line. He says, that's fine, I'll take 2.
His first 2 of the ball game.
Just underway in the third period on Central Illinois Sports. Deep in the corner right side is Ginnenbacher, Pabin, Wiskirchen. Moore and Eiler round out the 5-4 Camp Point Central. On the baseline with it is Eiler. Leaves it out top, Wiskirchen. Free throw line, Ginnenbacher. He'll drive now, kick back to Wiskirchen for a 3. It's no good. And on the rebound, Alleman secures the board. It's Alleman, Mason, Strode, Conley, and the fifth man, Yoakum. Here's Yoakum on the right side on the bounce against Ginnenbacher. Looks for the opening as he's picked up the dribble. Down low, Alleman. Wants to go to work in here. Now back out to Yoakum. Right side 3. Off the iron, no good. Wiskirchen the board for Central. Quick pass into the front court. Stolen away by Conley. Conley gets the steal. He'll drive into the front court to the window and misses the runner. Rebound down to Mason. He'll put up an off-balance shot as he's banged around, no good. A rebound loose underneath. It's still loose and Strode runs it down. He'll fire away for a 3 off the rim, won't fall. Ginnenbacher secures the board for Central and then travels.
Turnover number 7 on the Panthers, 2 in the first minute and a half.
6:37 to play in the third, 23-15, Central on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. At Payson Seymour, it's Triopia 20-14 as they get started in the second half. Jacksonville Route was trailing Calvary at the halftime, 22-19. That Route, here's a drive in. Alleman with back-to-back buckets to start the second half for the Spartans and pulls BPC within 6. Pass on the right side is nearly stolen away by Ezra Mason. He runs out of real estate on the sideline, though. Good hustle. It'll be ball out of bounds to Camp Point Central. Here's Blewett in as Carter Eiler takes a chair for the Panthers.
Panthers playing very lazy and complacent right now.
I don't know. I think they're just kind of out of their element with this defensive assignment here for Bushnell Prairie City. I think you have to give BPC some credit for the game plan they've had. Here's a little runner up by Moore, no good. Rebound down to Alleman. He's been the man on a mission to start the second half. Here's Conley, drives inside, and they'll call him for a travel in here.
Yep, could have got an offensive foul, but picked up the travel instead. 23-17, 5:53 left in the third quarter.
As you see, Pabin did a nice job on the defensive side just to keep the feet moving. He and Conley collide, and they say Conley just took an extra step on takeoff there. 23-17 the score, 5:40 to play in the third period. Moore with the basketball, works it in the corner to Ginnenbacher on the left side. Baseline, Blewett. He'll try the drive, poked away by Conley, tied up. It'll stay with the Panthers on the alternating possession arrow, but good help side defense that time by Jalen Conley.
Conley and Alleman are really playing tough out here right now.
Well, when you have as many seniors as this team does in Bushnell Prairie City, seniors play a little different this time of the year. Here's Moore for a 3, no good. Rebound down to Yoakum, and five of their seniors are in the starting lineup.
Yoakum with 4 boards on the night now. You let somebody hang around, they'll get you.
Trying to win their 20th game of the season and their first regional since 1991 is Bushnell Prairie City. Strode with it out top, and he is going to be fouled by either Moore or Ginnenbacher. It's Moore.
Moore picks up his first foul of the ball game. First team foul of the second half. 5:11 left third quarter. Panthers have not scored in the quarter yet.
BPC on the attack. Trailed by 10 at half, have cut it down to a 6-point game here with 5:05 to play in the third. Strode out top to Yoakum. He'll work the dribble. Trying to create against Moore. Pass down low is a nice slip to Alleman, misses the runner, and the rebound down to Ginnenbacher.
Give him 8 on the night.
The Spartans got the shot they were looking for that time, but Alleman just shot it a little hard off the backboard.
That was a good play.
4:40 to play in the third. Looked like one of those plays that had a pick and roll option, and then if they're really overplaying high on the ball screen, then Alleman has the chance to slip, and he did. He was open to shot it a little hard. Here's Blewett now on a pull-up jump shot, and Blewett finds the mark from the baseline for his first basket of the night to go along with the free throw. 25-17, the Central Panthers had their first basket of the second half. Out top with it, Mason. trying to create, and he's bumped and fouled by Pavin.
Pavin will pick up the foul. That'll be his first of the ball game, second team foul. And actually, even though there's 8 turnovers on Bushnell Prairie City, it hadn't happened at the guard play very much. In fact, 2 of them are offensive fouls.
2 offensive fouls, a couple travelings called. Here's Mason on the baseline, works it out to Yoakum. Looks for an opening, now hands it to Conley. Stands near the sideline right side with 4 minutes to play in the third. Trying to create here, and a timeout is going to be called by BPC as Coach Snyder was not happy with the motion for his offensive attack here. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to play in the third. Camp Point Central on top, 25-17.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Under 4 minutes to play in the third. It's a 25-17 Camp Point Central lead as Bushnell Prairie City has it out of the timeout. Strode, left side three, won't go. Rebound fought for. Alleman kept it alive, and it's still loose out there. Bodies on the floor after it. This will be BPC basketball, and you have to give young Mr. Carter Alleman a lot of credit for the type of hustle he's displaying here to start this second half.
He and Drew Pavin just battled for that one. It easily would have been Bushnell's ball the way Alleman was working, but Pavin kept working after it too, and then Wiskirkham went down.
Inbounds pass, Alleman will get it into Mason, and he'll be fouled on the arm. And the third foul of this third period against Camp Point Central.
Yeah, Moore picks up his second, third team foul. 25-17, 3:40 left in the quarter. And Alleman making it a half-court game. That's what they want.
BPC with 3:37 to play in the third. Left side with it is Yoakum to Alleman. Out top, Yoakum. Looks off the dribble, finds Alleman on the little pick and roll action. Pass was a little too far and out of bounds. The 9th turnover by the Spartans.
Yes, it's true. I tried to make Bushnell in Rock Island in the Quad Cities there for just a minute.
Wasn't even going to point it out, but since you did,
I did.
I'll say I noticed as well. 3:20 to play in the third. Pavin with the basketball, gets it out top, Wiskirk, and around to Moore, lets it fly from downtown, no good, gets his own rebound, attacks down low, shut off down there, ball tipped, stolen away. Conley with a 2-on-1 end of the front court, drives in to the rim and in for 2. Jalen Conley with another 2 for the Spartans, and it's 25-19. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third. BPC not going away. As we said, when you have a senior-laden team and a senior-laden starting lineup, sometimes people play a little differently, and now Conley went for a steal, and they're going to call him for a foul.
That'll be his second, team foul 1 on the second half. Got Pavin on the side of the head, said the official.
2:44 to play in the third. Ball out of bounds on the sideline to Camp Point Central as Wiskirk will inbound.
I didn't see it.
Pavin with it out front. Across the half-court line finds Moore. Genenbacher on the baseline, Blewett. They let him shoot it again from there, and he'll hit from that spot. Once again, 5 for Blewett, and the lead back out to 8 for the Central Panthers.
He's got all 4 points in the second half.
Yoakum into the front court for Bushnell Prairie City to Conley. Near the half-court line. Now to Ezra Mason left side. Against the man-to-man. Drives in. A little floater up. Good. Ezra Mason with a bucket. Makes it a 27-21 contest as BPC with a quick response. They can't trade baskets, so going to have to string together some stops here if they're going to have a chance to tie or retake a lead in this game. The game has featured several lead changes and a couple of ties. On the Trucks LLC scoreboard, right now it's Central 27, Bushnell Prairie City 21. Blewett with it out top. He's feeling it a bit. Drives in. Floater up. No good. Rebound down to Alleman. Gets it to Conley. Conley pushes into the front court with a behind-the-back dribble. Tries to drive in. Blocked out of there by the leaper in Gavin Blewett. He tries to get the crowd pumped up and into this one. As you'll see Blewett fly and swat it out on the baseline.
His second block of the night.
1:33 to play in the third. Out of bounds, Olivan to throw it in for the Spartans. Looks it to Yoakum. Ooh, Yoakum, a nice little fake. He had Pabin fooled that time. Left side, Palm for a three. It's no good, but blew it into his legs. And Blewett will be called for the foul, and 3 shots coming up for Caden Palm from the charity stripe.
Blewett picks up his third, 4th team foul, and the shot was going to be well short. But Palm will go to the free throw line looking for his first points. He'll shoot 3 free throws, and he can make this a 3-point game with all 3 of them. First one good.
I want to remind you about Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy Real at Real Net and Twine, 217-285-5013.
Palm misses the second. Barker back into the game along with Dalton Huffman. And Palm will shoot the third, trying to make this a 27-23 game. It's up and no good. Rebound comes off to Ginnebacher, his 9th.
Left the last 2 short, did Palm, and with 1:22 to play in the third, it remains a 5-point contest.
Seniors on both teams realizing it could be their last game, and Central really needs to realize that at this point.
Wiskirchen, ball tip stolen away by Palm as he tried to throw over the top of the 6'4 junior. Palm with the takeaway, 1:05 to play in the third. He looks to get free, now throws a dangerous pass, run down by Barker. Near the half-court line to Conley with 55 ticks to play in the third. Conley on the bounce, has it left side, gets it down low to Barker. He'll have it knocked away, stolen away. Blewett will get it over to Moore, who brings it into the front court. Moore had numbers, off to Pabin. Back to Moore, left side 3. It's off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound down to Barker. 33 seconds to play in the third. Bushnell Prairie City down 5 with a chance to cut it closer in the waning seconds of this third period. Free throw line with it is Barker. Out top the Palm with 20 seconds to play in the third. Now Conley on the deck against Pabin. Out top Ezra Mason. Pabin switches off on him. Now ball goes off of Mason into the backcourt. And that will be an over and back as it was last hit off of Mason's foot before it went into the backcourt. So a turnover with 10.2 seconds to play in the third by the Spartans.
That's why it was an over and back, because he tipped it into his foot and it went into the backcourt off of that.
Central basketball now, a chance to expand on a 5-point lead. Pabin has it on the bounce across the big Panther head. Gets it to Ginnebacher with 5. Skips it across to Pabin for the 3. No good. Rebound Ginnebacher. He will not get a shot off before the buzzer sounds. And we head to the 4th and final quarter of play with Camp Point Central leading Bushnell Prairie City 27-25.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dew Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dew Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dew Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Deer Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at deerwestergrain.com. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
27-22, Panthers with the lead. Bushnell 10 of 28 from the field, 0 of 7 from the arc, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. 11 of 30 of the Panthers, 4 of 17 from the arc, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Panthers will have the basketball, final 8 minutes of regulation.
Conley looks like he has a cramp in his leg, trying to work that out on the sideline, so that's a big development here to start this fourth quarter. Right side, Pabin for a 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Barker for the Spartans. Into the front court, Mason on the bounce. Works it out top to Yoakum, who can step up here for Bushnell Prairie City without Conley in there.
Bushnell's done this without making any threes.
Palm with it on the left wing. Holds it high. He's got a heck of a size advantage over Pabin. They're going to try to expose that. Now Pabin knocks the ball loose. Run down to the paint by Huffman. He'll work it back out to Palm, left side. Crosses over, drives in to Huffman. Huffman attacks, blocked by Blewett. Rebound down to Palm. Another opportunity here for Bushnell Prairie City. 7:08 to play in the contest. It's a 27-22 Central lead. Here's a drive in by Huffman now. And they'll call Elijah Ginnenbacher for the reach.
His first, team fifth, one on Bushnell, which could be a problem for them if they need to put the Panthers at the free throw line. But right now they're only 5 points out, and a three-pointer put them within 2.
Bounce pass. Mason gets it into Palm. He'll work it to Huffman. Top of the key, Mason now. Works off of the screen. Over to Yoakum for 3. No good off the iron. And on the rebound, they're going to say Huffman is over the back.
Huffman will pick up the foul, his first, team second.
He got 2 hands into his back, and that's what
they're trying to get position, and it had nothing to do with jumping over the back, just with the hands in the back.
6:50 to play in the contest. 27-22 advantage for Camp Point Central. A lot of folks attending their first game of the season. Right side with it is Moore. Works it deep in the corner, Pabin. Now baseline Blewett. Off to Ginnenbacher. He'll kick it over to Elijah Ginnenbacher. He'll try the drive in. Bowls his way in. Shot no good. And the rebound secured by Dalton Yoakum.
Little scoring drought from both sides.
It's a low-scoring contest. 27-22 is the Central lead with 6 minutes, 19 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Yoakum now in some trouble, and a timeout going to be called by Bushnell Prairie City to avoid a turnover here. They'll be down to 2 timeouts left in the contest. 6:15 left. It's a 27-22 lead for Central over BPC.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
6:15 to play in this one, a 27-22 Camp Point Central lead. Jalen Conley back on the court here for Bushnell Prairie City. He's either working through a cramp in that right leg or a little bit of a twisted ankle, but he's out there. Looks like he's moving all right now, as he didn't play the first nearly 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. Here's a pass down low as Barker tries to force it inside. We'll see a jump ball, and it will be Bushnell Prairie City basketball on the alternating possession arrow.
Panthers got the ball to start the quarter. My mistake.
Out of bounds underneath here for the Spartans. 6:02 left. Mason to inbound. Pass is tipped away. Pabin knocked it off of the man. They'll say last touched by Pabin, though, as he was out of bounds. His foot on the baseline is what the referee will tell us, and that's why he was a little last-second push of the ball back towards Yoakum. Didn't really count. He was already out of bounds. Palm with it. Puts it on the deck, drives. Little pull-up jump shot is an air ball. Rebound pulled down by Ginnenbacher. His 11th rebound of the contest. 5 minutes, 49 seconds left on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. It's Central 27, Bushnell Prairie City 22. Trucks for all of your diesel repair needs. 217-922-0044. Here's Blewett from the baseline right side. Another 2 for Gavin Blewett, and a 7-point lead for the Central Panthers. Kind of dared Blewett to shoot it. He's not one to shy away from taking a shot. Here's Palm. Works it inside to Barker. He'll drive back to Palm. Palm shot up no good, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2. how long before you see Alleman back out there? He really was the spark, I thought, in this second half for the Spartans as he pops off the bench now.
Called that on Blewett. That's his fourth, and he's been the man to score. He's got 6 points in the second half as Ginenbacher, Wiskirchen, and have no points, does more. The free throw's up and good.
Palm with the free throw. Chance to cut it down to a 29-24 game if he can make this one.
Palm with another. It's in and out, no good. Ginenbacher with his 12th board.
There have been rebounds to be had in this contest. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to play. And it's a 6-point Camp Point Central lead. Moore hands the ball off to Pavin on the right wing. He'll work the ball on the bounce against this zone of Bushnell Prairie City. You kind of wonder if the Spartans aren't going to have to come out of that and play a little man-to-man here down the stretch. Be a little more aggressive, put a little more pressure on the Panthers, and they need to pick up some fouls. 4:49 left. They only have 2 fouls called here in the second half.
Kind of wonder if Wiskirchen's under the weather.
Here's a pass right side. Elijah Ginenbacher for a 3. It's no good. It's an air ball out of bounds. Here's Wiskirchen in. And Blewett will sit down with 4 fouls. 4:38 left in the fourth. Blewett has scored all 6 points for the Panthers in the second half. They led 23-13 at the half. So it's been a 10-6 second half here for BPC. Conley with the basketball on the dribble for the Spartans. He tried to drive in. Little jump stop, trying to get up and under. Up and in for 2. As Conley just wasn't going to be denied that time.
14.
29-25 with 4:14 to play. Don't go away just yet, they say. The Spartans trying to win a regional for the first time in 32 years. Pavin with it on the wing. Works it to Elijah Ginenbacher. Has picked up the bounce. Back to Pavin. To Wiskirchen. Left side Moore. Under 4 to play in this regional championship. The winner plays at the Bushnell Prairie City Sectional. How much would these Spartans like to play on their home digs? Timeout now taken here by Camp Point Central. We will pause as well. 3 minutes, 46 seconds left in the ball game. It's Camp Point Central on top of Bushnell Prairie City, 29-25.
Rewards checking, I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
They have 3 requirements each month, and if they meet those requirements, we will pay them the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now.
At this time, it is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring, cell phone protection.
Prevent identity theft at a reasonable cost.
It's watching out for you.
And every 90 days you get an update on it, so the peace of mind of that's very nice.
Well, my baby does gives me special love. It's the kind of stuff.
Honey, it's your turn.
I'm on cloud 9.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
3 minutes, 46 seconds left. It's a 29-25 lead. Camp Point Central took the timeout. They'll have the basketball, sideline out of bounds in the front court here, clinging to a 4-point advantage. Moore gets it on the inbounds pass. Panthers have scored just 6 points in the second half compared to 12 by this BPC Spartan squad. Pavin with it as the Panthers look like they're going to spread the floor a bit, try to force Bushnell to come out and guard all over the court. Here's Ginenbacher, and a blocking foul going to be called on Conley. So pick up his third.
Third foul on Conley, third foul of the second half on Bushnell.
3:28 left on the Trucks scoreboard. 29-25 is the Camp Point Central lead. They'll throw the ball deep in the backcourt as Pavin will run it down and take his time to walk it up here. Gets it across to Moore. Moore on the dribble to Pavin. Right side, Ginenbacher to Moore as they play a little keep away here. 3:11 to play. Moore, pass Conley, free throw line Ginenbacher. Pavin, right side, Wiskirchen. And now a foul going to be called on
Yoakum will pick up his first, team foul number 4 with 3:03 left.
And that is what Bushnell Prairie City's trying to do, is build up some fouls here.
Yeah.
One for steals, obviously, with 3 minutes to play. Only down 4. Pabin with the basketball near the half-court line. Gets a count, started as Ezra Mason comes to guard him. Now Pabin trying to create some space. He'll get the ball off to Moore. Against Conley. Conley's got to be careful. They don't want him to pick up another foul here. He's already got 3. Now Pabin on the pass from Ginnenbacher. Bushnell's in a man, and a bump and a foul by Mason near the half-court line.
His second, team 5th. You can remember way back when Drew Pabin was at the free throw line against Illini Bluffs and Macomb, and he'd like to have that free throw back.
2:30 to play. Pabin guarded by Conley. Conley aggressive and gets called for a reach-in foul. He'll pick up his 4th.
His 4th, 16 foul. All those guys with fouls to give, that's not the guy I'd want to have fouling somebody.
And I think he'll have to sit down here on the defensive side. Here's Huffman in. Conley sits down on the other side. Blewett will come back in for Camp Point Central. He's playing with 4 fouls as Elijah Ginnenbacher goes to the bench. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left. Pabin gets the ball in off of Wiskirchen and out of bounds as the Panthers turn it over on the inbounds pass. As Pabin kind of short-hopped Wiskirchen, and a turnover by Camp Point Central. Conley going to check back in for Bushnell Prairie City, replacing Huffman.
Unforced turnover that time, and 2 guys that usually take care of the ball gave it up.
Conley with it. He's been the main man tonight for Bushnell Prairie City. Here's a steal now by Wiskirchen. Takes it right back away. Larceny layup is up, no good. But a foul going to be called here on Strode.
Strode will pick up the foul. That will be his first, 17 foul. 2 free throws for Wiskirchen. 29-25. 2:18 left. Important free throws. First one up by Wiskirchen is good. His 7th point of the day, first in the second half.
Tim Waters and Waters Concrete. They offer quality concrete for your driveways, sidewalks, patios, new builds, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you at 309-252-1052.
Second free throw also good.
Makes it 31-25, a 6-point lead for Central with 2:15 left.
Wiskirchen put himself in a bad spot and got bailed out on the call.
Conley for a 3, no good. Rebound tipped around. Blewett secures it for Camp Point Central. Gets it to Wiskirchen, now Pabin with 2 minutes to play in this regional championship. Pabin into the front court. Finds Ginnenbacher. Out between the circles, it's Nick Moore. Moore on the dribble against Conley. Conley can't foul. He's got 4.
We can, but he'll be down if he does.
Yeah, it would not be good for BPC. And now Ezra Mason called for the reach with 1:45 left.
His third, 18 foul. Pabin to the free throw line to shoot them 1-1. 6-point game. Panthers 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Well, that's Moore at the free throw line. My mistake. Moore with 10 points, all in the first half, and the last one came on a 3 right at the end of the half, I do believe. First one by Moore is good. He's got 11. 32-25, 3-possession ball game now. 1:45 left on the Trucks LLC scoreboard. Nick Moore, the junior's second one is up and good.
An 8-point lead with 1:43 to play. Conley and the Spartans looking for a spark here. Mason gets the ball off to Yoakum. Alleman back to Yoakum. Spartans trying for a 3 now as Mason lets it fly from downtown, no good. Rebound secured by Pabin. He'll push toward the front court, doesn't have numbers, and a reach and a foul. I believe Alleman will be the guilty party here.
Alleman will pick up his second, 19 foul, put Pabin to the free throw line to shoot the 1-1. 33-25, timeout on the court, 1:24 left. We'll take it 2 back after this.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the largest selection of gun safes in the tri-state area. That's right, everything from the vaults, vault doors, and safe accessories. Only the quality brands like Fort Knox, American Security, Browning, and Liberty. Come in and check out the displays or go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection online as well.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
Yeah, I'm at Farm and Home for essentials.
Did you find everything you need?
No, apparently not. Thank you.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
No other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Pavement to the free throw line, 8-point game, 33-25, 124 left. Panthers have led by as much as 10, but it's been close in the second half. Pavement makes the first on one that rolls all around and falls through. His first point of the game.
Trucks LLC, our scoreboard sponsor for your diesel repair needs. It's Trucks. They have their location in the Industrial Park in Pittsfield and mobile service units, 217-922-0044.
Panthers making their free throws. Pavement made them both.
Tying their largest lead of the contest with 1:20 to play. Here's Conley, gets inside, shot up is good. Another two for Jalen Conley. Makes it an 8-point game with 1:12 left. Pavement into the front court. He'll pull it back out now to Moore. Panthers look to play keep away, up by 8, and Moore now fouled by Mason.
Ezra Mason will pick up the foul, his fourth, 10th team foul. 2 free throws to be shot. Panthers are 8 of 9 from the charity stripe. 35-27, 106 left. Moore with 12 on the day. First one is up and good. Panthers have made 7 in a row here in the fourth quarter. 36-27, trying to tie their biggest lead. Second one also good by Moore. He's got 14.
Leads back to 10 with 1:03 to play. Ball stolen away by Moore. Moore with the larceny and the layup. That could be the dagger in this one, as the lead is out to a dozen with under a minute left. Out top, Strode. He looks to pass left side, Mason. Mason on the step back three. It's short, and a foul going to be called, and 3 shots going to be coming up here for Ezra Mason.
Wiskirchen will be called for the foul, his third. I don't know. Mason will pick it up. No reason to be that close to him. Mason 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has 3 points. 39-27, 44 seconds left. First one no good. He'll get another. 3 of 9 from the free throw line now for Bushnell Prairie City. (39-27). As I said, 44 seconds left on the Trucks scoreboard. Second one up is good. He'll get another.
Huffman checks back into the game as Conley will sit down with the offense for defense switch, as Conley has 4 fouls.
39-28. Bushnell with just 1 timeout left, I do believe, correct?
Yes.
The third free throw for Mason is good. He's got 5.
It's lead to 10, 39-29, 40 seconds left, 41.3 to be exact, and Mason will pick up his 4th foul now.
And he'll send Moore back to the free throw line. Panthers are 10 of 11 from the free throw line, and they've made 8 in a row in the fourth quarter. Moore was 16, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe, 41.3 seconds left. Moore's first one is up and good.
Panthers trying to win their 12th straight game and their 5th ever regional championship on the high school boys side of things. It would be the 2nd title under head coach James Barnett, tying him for the lead in school history with Todd Plattner.
Hoping Merv Joseph is watching from the islands. He won the first one for him. Second one up and good.
41-29 with 40 seconds left. Here's Conley from the volleyball line. 3-point shot, no good. A rebound tip out of bounds. It'll be Camp Point Central basketball. Panthers will have it up by 12 with 32.3 seconds left. So you'll see one more time here, BPC trying to foul, as there's not much time left here. Mason trying to foul the man in the backcourt. Now Moore dribbles away. They'll try to run the spread offense here. And Conley now going to be called for the foul, and he'll foul out.
He'll foul out, put Moore back at the free throw line. And the only reason I don't like the fact that they didn't call those fouls early because that's how somebody could get hurt at the end of the game, and if you blow the whistle early, it doesn't happen. It doesn't get quite as rough. Nice job by Conley on the night with 16 points in his senior year. Moore to the free throw line, trying to add to his 18 points in the night. First one is up and good. Got 19. 7 in a row from the charity stripe, 42-29. Second one up by Moore, also good. He stepped up and made 8 in a row.
43-29, 20 seconds left. Here's a three-point shot left side up and good by Sean Link. His first made basket of the night. And we'll see a foul called on Ezra Mason now, and he will foul out.
1 of 12 on the night, and it comes from Link off the bench. Seniors being recognized for Bushnell Prairie City.
Mason fouls out, so he'll sit down. Braden Barker, a senior, going to check in and sit down with senior and Carter Alleman for BPC. A 19-15 season is what it's going to end up being for the Spartan squad, and that elusive regional championship still unable to come back to Bushnell, as Camp Point Central going to do just enough to win this one here tonight.
Moore makes the first of 2. He's got 21. Second one is up and also good. 22 on the night, 10 free throws. Fourth quarter.
11 seconds left. Here's Strode from the volleyball line. 3 up, no good. Rebound down to Blewett. No reason to foul for BPC, and they will with 3.4 seconds left.
And that foul will go against Link, I do believe. To the free throw line will go Blewett, who picked up his fifth rebound. Blewett with 7 points in the second half. He made 6, I should say. Made a free throw in the first. He had all their points until about 3.5 minutes left in the game, I do believe. Panthers back to the free throw line again. Blewett in and out, no good. First free throw they've missed in the fourth quarter. They're now 16 of 18. 45-32. Second one by Blewett, good. Give him 8.
46-32. Strode will get it. He'll fire it up from the half-court line at the buzzer. It's good, as he gives the fans from Bushnell something to cheer about at the end. But at the end of the night, it's the Camp Point Central Panthers claiming the 5th regional title in school history with a 46-35 win. They've won 12 games in a row. They're 26-4 on the season, and they'll play in sectional action next week at Bushnell. We'll talk about final stats. We'll have our player of the game and more on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show next on Central Illinois Sports.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving a car, we literally get excited when we see a DOT truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at DOT. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things, if you want them, you should be at DOT.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Rough day at work? We all have them from time to time. But the last thing you want to worry about is coming home to your internet being out. Or even worse, waiting all day to watch the big game, only to find out it's blacked out. With Cascom, those worries are a thing of the past. Our local technicians are here to service any issues and ensure you have a worry-free experience, whether it be internet, TV, or even home phone. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799 to schedule or upgrade your internet and TV service.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. Final on this one, a 46-35 win for the Central Panthers over the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans. Spartans finished the year at 19-15. Camp Point Central improves to 26-4 and claim their 5th championship of a regional in school history. They'll go for a sectional semifinal next week at the Bushnell Prairie City sectional and trying to win, Jack, what is the first sectional in school history on the boys basketball side?
Yep, that would be quite an accomplishment. We do know that Quincy High School and Quincy Notre Dame both got wins also, we can tell you. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. This game was a 10-7 game after one quarter, 23-13 at halftime. Panthers led at 27-22 after 3 and win at 46-35. 3 lead changes, tied at 7 and 10, and the Panthers would score 36 points and give up, 18 to get the win in this one. Panthers turned the ball over 10 times. Bushnell Prairie City 13 times on the night. Only one person fouled out, or 2 people fouled out of the game, Jalen Conley and Ezra Mason for Bushnell Prairie City. Bushnell Prairie City was 14 of 41, 34%, 2 of 14 from the arc, 14%, 5 of 10 from the free throw line. Led in scoring by Jalen Conley, 16 points on the night for him. 5 for Ezra Mason, 4 for Carter Alleman, 3 for Dalton Strode, 3 for Sean Link, 2 points for Caden Palm, and 2 for Braden Barker. 9 seniors on this squad, and also a school that's got a huge Fellowship of Christian Athletes group, and congratulations to the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans on what a great game they played again tonight. On the other side, the Panthers were 13 of 35, 34%, 4 of 19 from the arc, 21%, 17 of 19 from the free throw line, 89.4%. Nick Moore, 10 points in the first half, 22 in the ball game, made 10 free throws in a row in the fourth quarter. Briar Wiskirchen with 8 points, 6 of those in the first half. Gavin Blewett with 8 points, 7 of those in the second half. Drew Paben with 2. Isaac Genenbacher with 6 points and 12 boards on the night. Carter Eiler was in the starting lineup, had 3 boards on the night, but did not score. And the Panthers, 26 wins on the season. They'll play in sectional action at Bushnell next week.
That they will. We'll have the game for you on Central Illinois Sports from the Bushnell Prairie City sectional. And they'll play the winner of Peoria Christian and Princeville, who have yet to finish up in their action this evening. And we're trying to track down a score for you if we can on that as well. Let's step aside for a break here on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. We'll try to get some updates there and have our player of the game next on Central Illinois Sports.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Farmers, are you looking for high-yield genetics to help the bottom line on your farm? Contact Lipkman Seed Sales for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. We have the luxury right now to be offering the highest-yielding soybean lineup Pioneer has offered in 30 years. Couple that with the service that is second to none, and you have a winning combination for your farm. For corn, check out the results of the National Corn Growers Yield Contact and see who's at the top. Maybe today is a good day to revisit Pioneer corn hybrids as well. Contact Aaron, Evan, and Brett today for high-yielding A-Series soybeans from Pioneer. Go Eagles!
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Growers trust Prairie Land FS to deliver top-performing crop protection products that promise the best performance before, during, and after the growing season. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. Final on this one, a 46-35 win for the Central Panthers over the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans. Head coach of Camp Point Central, James Barnett, joining us. And Coach, you know, sometimes you have to win without maybe your best overall performance of the season. I think you've seen your team play, well, a lot better at times throughout the year, but they did enough tonight to claim the school's 5th regional championship.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a little bit tighter than what we were thinking it was going to be. We knew that they had that 1-3-1 in their back pocket. We had stuff ready for it, and I felt like we got some decent looks and some open shots. But we just never could really get the ball in the middle, and then we missed a couple and got tight, and it just turned into a battle from there.
A game that you were up 23-13 in the second half. It took a while to get some points in the second half. I think 6 points maybe through the third. But you really relied on some of that leadership and maturity down the stretch, making free throws when it mattered. And a lot of that starts with Nick Moore.
Yes. Nick really played well tonight. He was the one guy that kept us going there in that second half, or in that second quarter, got some baskets for us and helped extend that lead. We just couldn't really get him the ball where we wanted to in that third quarter as much. We were hoping to be able to extend the lead a little bit and to get into a kind of spread them out, force them out of that zone, get them into man, and it just took a little while. And finally we got to a point in the game where we just kind of had to go to that, get them out of their zone, and start playing our basketball.
James, as we look at the tradition of basketball at Camp Point Central, there's a lot of wins over the years, but only 5 regional championships, and you've been on the bench for 2 of those 5. Of course, the Merv Joseph year was the first one. We remember when Ray and Walter and the guys made one. But how's that make you feel to have 2 of the 5? and basketball's been the king here for a lot of years till football took off.
It's a great accomplishment. You know, I wish we could have had a couple more in this run since I've been here. We've missed out on a couple, I feel like, but we were able to get the one tonight, and hopefully we can keep this going and start building a little bit more of a program here and more of a winning tradition on the basketball side like football has.
You also stepped away from teaching this year to run a business. How much harder has that been for you to be a head coach?
Last year was a lot harder. This year we've got a few more things under our hat, or under our belt, I guess. So I'm a lot more prepared this year. I have a great staff that works for me, and that makes things better. So this year was definitely a lot smoother than last year. Last year was kind of learning all the kinks and figuring things out as we went. But this year it was easier, and the team makes it easier too.
There's not a lot of secrets with this team. You guys kind of do what you do. You're going to play a tough style of defense. You're going to, your guys who score are going to score. But, man, sometimes even when that bench isn't real deep, you get a player like Blewett who comes off the bench, and they were kind of daring him to shoot that baseline jump shot. And one thing about Gavin, he's not shy to shoot it.
No, he's definitely not. That's one of the shots we work on all the time in practice with our posts, that little Sigma move on the baseline. And if they're going to give it to him, he's definitely the guy that we want shooting it there. He has a smooth touch, and if they want to come out, he's also got the ability to get downhill and make a basket, and then make some good decisions when he gets in there.
The last time you'll play on your home court this year, but, man, what an atmosphere for this regional championship.
It was fun, and the crowd's been amazing all year. We've really started to build a little bit of a following, and that goes to the boys. The boys are a lot of fun to watch. It's not, a lot of structure on my end. It's opening things up and allowing them to get downhill and make plays and have a little bit of fun, and it's exciting to watch.
And to watch your student body build that big crowd over on the side and get behind each other with the line for the kids to go through. These kids are really a tight group throughout this high school, girls and boys both.
It really is. They all support each other. They cheer each other on, and it's just a great atmosphere overall. And Cole Proct and my nephew Cole Peterson, they do a great job of leading that student section and getting everybody out there, making phone calls, getting things organized, and it brings a lot of energy, and my boys help feed off of that energy.
The girls' success, the boys' success, the football success, the wrestling success, A lot of good things happening at Camp Point Central right now.
Now we can hopefully keep it going, make ourselves a little run, and then hopefully we see baseball make a run and softball make a run, and then just a heck of a year here at Central.
Either a Peoria Christian or a Princeville team, two teams you haven't seen much about. You would like to get a win in that one, which is going to be, tough no matter who it is. You'd probably like to have a chance possibly of maybe meeting up with a team you played at the Macomb tournament at Illini Bluffs on the other side of that thing, too, if things work out.
That would definitely be all right. They've been on our radar, and we know that there's obviously hurdles in the way. Obviously we have Peoria Christian or Princeville, whoever comes out of that. Peoria Christian's a good team. They're a 20-plus win team. They got a very good ball player, and hopefully we can get past that and get another crack. We kind of let that one slip away on us, and it'd be great to have another opportunity at them.
I think you're being summoned to the floor. We're going to try to get off here to see maybe if a local establishment in town still serving food. Coach, you
got about 35 minutes.
Well, I think we can make it there. We congratulate you on the victory, and we'll look forward to watching you play next week.
All right, thank you, guys.
That's James Barnett, the head coach of the Camp Point Central Panthers, with the victory tonight, 46-35. Over the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans. And again, tip your caps to this Bushnell Prairie City squad. One of the better seasons that program has been able to put together in a while. And, a senior class that did a lot of really, really good things for the Spartans. And they finished their season with nothing to be ashamed of, a 19-15 record on the year. It's time to name our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. And Jack, in big money moments, you find your money man. And Nick Moore's been the money man for a while for this Panther program.
He's a good one. Gavin Blewett might have been the first runner-up with those 7 points in the second half, but Moore made 10 free throws in a row and ends up with a huge night with 22 points.
The Panthers will play in the sectional semifinal against the winner of Princeville and Peoria Christian next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We hope you'll join us then for another Central Illinois Sports presentation.